Good day, you absolute legends. Today, we're looking far into the future, 5 years ahead to be exact, from 2025 to 2030. We'll dive into how technological advancements could revolutionize the game's engine, discuss potential updates that could dramatically change gameplay, and explore how Hello Games might continue to support this ever-expanding universe well into the future. So strap in and prepare for a journey into the future of No Man's Sky. Now, before we do get into today's video, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to leave a like on this very video. It really does help me out as a content creator to grow. And also, don't forget as well to hit that subscribe button, or double check if you do need to resubscribe, or Artemis will be very upset, and you don't want to upset Artemis, do you? As we approach 2025, gaming technology is evolving at a speed that's hard to keep up with. This technological leap isn't just about graphics, it's about creating deeper, richer, and more immersive worlds for No Man's Sky. This could mean some transformative changes to the very engine that powers the game. Now let's talk about graphics. The current generation has already seen a massive leap with games becoming more detailed and lifelike, but by 2025 we could be looking at a whole new level of visual fidelity. With the integration of technologies similar to Unreal Engine 5, No Man's Sky could introduce photorealistic textures, hyper-detailed planetary surfaces, and enhance environmental effects. Now, picture landing on a lush jungle planet where the leaves and underbrush react dynamically to your very presence, or a desert world where sandstorms rage with terrifying realism, grains of sand whipping through the air as you struggle to find shelter. The game could also benefit from advanced procedural generated techniques, with planets now featuring distinct geographical regions, ecosystems, and even weather patterns that change based on planetary cycles. Imagine a planet where seasons change as you play, affecting the landscape, flora, and fauna over time. Now, we did touch upon that in the last video where we can have all 4 seasons on one planet. Now, that would be an amazing addition. Real-time ray tracing, which is already making waves in the gaming world, could be fully integrated into No Man's Sky by as early as 2025. This technology could revolutionize the way light behaves in the game, creating lifelike reflections, shadows, and lighting effects. Imagine the sun rising over a distant mountain range, its rays pacing through the morning mist, or the glow of a distant stars reflecting off the surface of your very ship as you navigate through the nebula. Beyond ray tracing, AI-driven graphics could take procedural generation to a whole new level. Advanced AI algorithms could generate more complex and varied planetary features, like ancient ruins with intricate details, ecosystems that evolve and adapt to player interactions, or even entire civilizations that rise and fall over time. The AI could also ensure that no two planets are ever truly the same, constantly tweaking and adjusting elements to keep the exploration experience fresh and unpredictable. The physics engine in No Man's Sky could also see significant upgrades, making the game feel more interactive and alive. In 2025 or beyond, we could see more realistic spaceflight mechanics with gravity wells, orbital mechanics, and even atmospheric re-entry playing a role in how you navigate and explore planets. This could add a new layer of challenge and realism, as players must account for planetary gravity and other factors when landing their ships. On the ground, improved physics could allow for more interactive environments. Imagine using your multi-tool to carve out a shelter in a mountainside, mining resources with greater precision, or even building complex structures with realistic physics governing how they stand or collapse. Destruction physics could also be enhanced, allowing for more dynamic interactions with the environment, whether it's blasting through asteroid fields in space or causing landslides on a volatile planet. Now, we do obviously have the multi-tool where you can actually carve out the terrain manipulator, where you can carve out landscapes, but imagine like caving through the side of a mountain or underneath the ground and always being the constant fear of risking the entire thing collapsing. I mean, that would be a wonderful addition, and in 2025 and beyond, we very well could see something like that make its way into the game as the engine really does start to develop even more with the latest and greatest technologies. One of the most significant areas of growth could be in multiplayer and social features, and between, 2025 and 2030, probably more latter of the 2030 to be fair, we could see No Man's Sky evolve into a full-fledged MMO style experience. Now imagine vast player-driven social hubs, massive space stations, or planetary cities where hundreds or even thousands of players gather to trade, share knowledge, and embark on large-scale cooperative missions. Now these hubs could become the heart of the game's multiplayer experience, complete with faction-based gameplay where players align with different groups, traders, explorers, and warriors that participate in faction wars, diplomacy, and cooperative events. These factions could even influence the game's evolving storyline, leading to galactic-wide conflicts or alliances that shape the universe itself. Base building could also reach new heights. Players could collaborate to build entire cities or space stations, complete with functioning economies, governance systems, and social hierarchies. Imagine a space station where every shop, hangar, and residence was built and maintained by players, contributing to a living, breathing community in the game. No Man's Sky has always been about exploration and discovery, but what if the stories you uncover weren't just static pieces of lore? By 2030, we might see the introduction of procedural storytelling, a system where the game generates unique dynamic storylines based on your actions and choices. Imagine a universe where every decision you make affects the story. You might discover a mysterious artifact on a distant planet, leading to a series of events that could uncover ancient secrets, start interstellar wars, or even alter the fabric of reality itself. These stories could be unique to each player, creating a truly personal narrative experience. Moreover, these procedural stories could evolve over time, with new updates adding layers to your ongoing journey. You might start as a lone explorer, but as the years go by, your actions could lead you to become a key figure in the galactic's history itself, with entire civilizations remembering your deeds. Future updates could introduce entirely new ways to experience the universe. We might see the introduction of planets with unique gravitational properties, where the laws of physics behave completely differently. Imagine navigating a planet with extremely high gravity, where every step is a struggle, or a low gravity moon where you can leap across vast distances with ease. We do have something similar in game right now with the low gravity moon stuff, where you can indeed jetpack quite easily from the ground onwards or jump a little bit higher, but it's more about building on top of what's already there, and I think that's definitely a possibility. Atmospheric conditions could also become more complex and varied. Picture a planet with a toxic atmosphere that requires advanced technology to explore, or a world where the weather changes dramatically, with calm periods giving way to violent storms that reshape the actual landscape. Again, we have something similar in game right now, where you have to put on different sort of protections, whether you're on a toxic planet, a fiery world, and you gotta try and balance that. But imagine going, again, a step beyond that, building on what's already there, and violent storms as well. Yes, we have storms in game currently, but I'm talking about storms that actually physically reshape the landscape. So if a lightning strikes next to you, it's going to create a crater. Or if there's a windstorm coming in, then, there could be massive dust storms or whatever the case may be. And it really could affect the landscape in a dynamic and live kind of way. Underwater exploration could be expanded as well. Imagine diving into deep alien oceans teeming with life, discovering ancient underwater cities, or even encountering massive Leviathan-like creatures that make the depths their home. The game could also introduce new vehicles or tools specifically designed for underwater exploration, adding a whole new dimension to the game. Now, again, with this, we do have oceans currently in the game, but they're not very, very deep. When it comes to ocean, talking anyway, in ocean speak, they're not very deep. It's almost like a puddle in comparison to, real life. And yes, this is a game. However, I envision that by 2030, there could be actual oceans. I'm talking, you can go down for an hour in a submarine and still not hit the bottom. That kind of level of ocean. And I think that is definitely in the realm of possibility. Space anomalies or wormholes could be another exciting addition, offering shortcuts across the galaxy or access to entirely new dimensions. These anomalies could be rare, dangerous, and full of unknown challenges, but the rewards for brave explorers could be immense, with unique resources, powerful technologies, or even access to hidden parts of the universe. Now again, it's about building what's already there within the game. Now we do have currently the center of the galaxy, where you jump from one galaxy to the next. Then you can do so by going to the center. Or we do have black holes, where if you go through, then you can go to a random point in space. It doesn't exactly give you a destination point, but you can do it currently in game as well. But what if it builds on top of that? So, we have different sorts of wormholes where you already know the destination in advance. Now, new dimensions, for example, we know with the lore of the game at the minute, there's already alternative dimensions out there. Where the autophages come from, and you have to uncloak them in game. Maybe it could take you to their dimension, their world, where everything's a little bit different, but almost the same, but different in different ways, and that can give you different technologies and resources. Just really adding on, building really what's already there is essentially what I'm trying to say here. AI companions could become more sophisticated and integral to gameplay by 2030, rather than just pets or simple drones. These AI partners could be fully interactive, assisting you with a variety of tasks. Now, imagine an AI co-pilot that manages your ship systems, offering tactical advice during ship battles, or even engaging in conversations based on your past experiences together. These AI companions could also evolve over time, learning from your actions and adapting to your playstyle. If you're a combat-focused player, your AI might become more aggressive and tactical, whilst a focus on exploration might lead to an AI that excels at scanning and discovering new points of interest. This could create a deep bond between you and your AI partner, making them feel like true companions on your journey through the stars. Hello Games has shown incredible dedication to No Man's Sky over the years, continually supporting and expanding the game well beyond its initial launch. So what could this support look like as we move up to the 2030s? As technology continues to advance, No Man's Sky might transition to new gaming platforms. Cloud gaming, which is already gaining traction, could become a major focus, allowing players to experience the game on any device with minimal hardware requirements. This could open up the game to an even larger audience, making it more accessible than ever before. Virtual reality could also see significant advancements, with No Man's Sky taking full advantage of new VR systems that offer even more immersive and realistic experiences, and by 2030 we might see players fully immersed in the game world with haptic feedback, full body tracking, and other innovations that make exploring the universe feel more tangible than ever. To cater to the diverse interest of its player base, Hello Games might introduce a modular expansion system. Rather than releasing traditional updates, players could choose specific parts of the game to expand based on their personal preferences. For example, combat-focused players could purchase expansions that add new weapons, enemies, and missions, while those who enjoy exploration could opt out for expansions that introduce new biomes, planets, and discovery tools. Again, with this modular approach, could also allow for more frequent updates, as Hello Games could focus on developing specific modules without needing to overhaul the entire game. It would also give players more control over their own personal experience, allowing them to tailor No Man's Sky to their own unique playstyle. Now, we do know that No Man's Sky does currently, and has done since the game's launch, release all updates completely for free, so they could add this into the free model that they currently are going with. But I'm not against going through a paid model either. At this point, they've done more than enough, in my personal opinion, with supporting the game thus far. So any option there would definitely be on the table. Community-driven content could become a cornerstone of No Man's Sky future, and by 2030, Hello Games might introduce advanced tools for players to create and share their own content, from custom missions and unique biomes to entire star systems designed from scratch. scratch. This player-driven content could be shared through a marketplace where players can buy, sell, and trade their creations, adding endless variety and replayability to the game. Now, imagine exploring a star system designed by another player filled with handcrafted planets, alien species, and custom storylines. The possibilities would be endless, and the community's creativity would ensure that No Man's Sky remains fresh and exciting for years to come. Now, the next 5 years of No Man's Sky is easily up for debate at this point, and in my personal opinion, it's going to be just as exciting and transformative as the last 5. With advancements in game engine technology, expanding gameplay mechanics, and Hello Games' unwavering support, the game is set to remain a shining star in the gaming galaxy well into the next decade and beyond. Whether it's through enhanced graphics, deeper storytelling, or new ways to interact with the universe, the future of No Man's Sky is, in my opinion, incredibly bright. But ladies and gentlemen, what are you most excited to see in No Man's Sky by 2030? Will it be the advanced AI companions, the expanded multiplayer features, or the breathtaking new worlds? Let us know in the comment section down below. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.